creepy and cool TikToks that will blow your mind. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Disclaimer: this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, as these clips haven't been fact-checked.
What I don't understand is why nothing is being done if it's true. I really pray it's not true. This is awesome. Ooh, looks so real. Mesopotamia. Today is modern Iraq, Kuwait, Turkey, and Syria.
How to speak cat lesson 2. Which means, come here.
What the? Oh my god. Oh, it worked. Hi. Oh shit. Works.
Nah. Oh no.
No way. It works, you guys. TikTok said to talk to them like that, and that calls them, and look!
Oh, you came. I did that shit and my cat is so confused.
How do you say stop biting my toes when I'm sleeping? Oh, I tried with mine and my cat just meowed back. Pretty sure it was a no.
I'm not clairvoyant, but listen, he's over there laughing, we're up here laughing, everybody's like, this is serious stuff. We won't be laughing Friday. This is very serious. This is very, very serious.
I think Mike would win Jake even at 58. He needed money, so he didn't hit Jake Paul. Ooh. My goodness. For me, tiger is the king of jungle because they can run, climb, even swim. If you got approached by one of them, you're cooked. Look, this is a regular tiger. Now imagine Siberian tiger.
This satellite footage of the Philippines captures something scientists have never seen before. It was taken on November 7th, and up here to the west, Typhoon Mars has just smashed through the country, killing one person and damaging nearly 30,000 homes. But now look out here to the east, another weather system's forming. This becomes Typhoon Nika, and it hits the Philippines 4 days later on November 11th. And just as it makes landfall, here comes a third system. This is Ophel, and it develops into a super typhoon that hits the exact same region 3 days later with 150 mile/hour winds. But look at this, a fourth typhoon. It's another big one with 150 mile/hour winds, and it struck the Philippines just this weekend. Zoom out and you can see something that meteorologists say has not happened since records began. 4 active typhoons on the map at once, all lining up to hit the Philippines one after the other after the other. In other news, Donald Trump has promised to withdraw the US once again from the Paris Climate Accords.
Hey, did you see how Sierra Madre weakens the typhoon before it enters the land?
In 1990, in the inhospitable region of northwest China, something unusual was discovered in the desert. As explorers investigated the dry and arid landscape, lodged within the sand were hundreds of wooden boats. But it was what was inside those boats which would leave everybody baffled. As archaeologists investigated further, they found hundreds of mummified bodies with European facial features. The bodies were strikingly intact, but even more surprising was their age and origins. The dry and arid landscape had preserved them. Some were up to 4,000 years old, but a DNA test revealed a surprising result. The Tari mummies belonged to a unique ancient group of people called the Ancient North Eurasians. Scientists call them a ghost population because there are no known direct descendants living today.
It's like, we don't actually know about anything that happened in the ancient past. We are just guessing based on the tiniest shred of evidence.
Supplements would you have men and women consuming?
For women, the most important supplement she could ever take is magnesium. Magnesium makes every single hormone in your body. For men, I would say the most important supplement for hormones is zinc, because zinc makes testosterone. Outside of that, for both men and women, the other supplement and the other measurement that we all need to be looking at are vitamin D levels.
And vitamin D comes from sunlight, doesn't it?
Sunlight and sardines. The food sources are really bad. This is why everybody's low in it. Really fatty fishes and sunlight.
And we spend most of our time indoors.
That's right.
We can't get it from this kind of light, right?
No. And you have to be outside, like skin exposed at the high point of the day.
Ooh,
of
high
the sun,
point.
Like 12, 1 o'clock to get the most vitamin D.
Really?
Which is why so many people are low in vitamin D, which is why taking vitamin D is a smart thing.
I'm considering zinc. I'm 45 now. But, magnesium glycinate changed the game for me. I sleep so good and feel calmer. When are suspecting, but you don't have evidence.
A South African teenager has invented a car which runs on water instead of petrol. The grade 10 learner from Limpopo invented this hydrogen-powered car which uses water as its main source of fuel as part of National Science Week last month. And as you can see, the car drives pretty well. The teenager said he first thought of developing this car when he was in grade 7 to provide a solution to the rapid fuel price increase at that time. This just shows how much talent and ingenuity there really is in this country. I mean, this is literally a kid who built this water-powered car. Amazing.
Remember what happened to the last guy who developed a water-powered car? Please, God, protect this young man.
Had to do a little bit of research and stuff after this Mike Tyson fight. And my big bro, he hit me up, just let me know. Due to the contract, Mike Tyson was not allowed to use any type of uppercuts, which made a lot of sense. I know quite a few of us were looking at him like, why is he not moving like he was during training? He didn't hit the signature Mike Tyson, hit him in the side, open him up, then uppercut, knock his ass out. He wasn't doing none of that because it's in the contract. He was not allowed. Also, it had to go the distance. Anything that was 3 rounds or lower, Mike Tyson would get a fraction of the money. So in order for him to get close to the 20 mil or the whole 20 mil, it needed to last at least 7 rounds. It had to go at least 6 rounds. The 7 round to 8 round, that's when you get to 20 mil, which makes a lot of sense. Yep. So I know a lot of us like, man, that was a gimmick, which it was. I mean, I think we all came to that conclusion, but shout out to Mike, 20 mil.
Because Mike Tyson uppercut would have took Jake Paul out.
Nice Mustang, miss.
Oh, thank you.
What year is that?
69. Best year ever.
Is it cool if I film you a free car video?
You want to take some videos?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Wow, professional video. Tommy Egan's mom, if you know, you know.
What's the matter?
No.
What? I love you. I love you. I love you more.
Oh my God, I cannot handle the cuteness. Peach would definitely make the work day so much better. Open the door. Ooh, ooh. Savage. Oh. The first one was not scary. The dog tried to play with another dog and wanted to come in. That's it.
So while China's definitely capitalizing on drone swarms, as you can plainly see in this video, they're also struggling to find out ways that they can counter drone swarms as well. Now, recently, China's conducted like air defense drills in order to test its capabilities against drone swarms. And even the CCTV report from the Chinese state broadcaster said that they were only able to achieve about a 40% damage rate against a drone swarm with their first round of anti-aircraft artillery that was launched. Now, the thing about drone swarms that's not something that's commonly discussed is the fact that they can integrate diverse tactics into being used, such as like a drone swarm could divert fires by sending off a group in one direction while another direction swarms in a different angle in order to strike weakened defenses, for example. Now, there's a lot of direct energy weapons and like broad spectrum beam weapons that are out there that can be used to counter these things. And I know I heard it on the Sean Ryan podcast as well, that we've got stuff that can take out drones pretty well at this point. But as far as deploying it on a massive scale, that I don't know.
Drone warfare will become absolutely terrifying. All right, thank you, Jesus, for dying for my sins. I love you. But this from the movie, The Greatest Story Ever Told.
Have you heard of Omar Odavi? If you haven't, take a minute to go watch my other videos on him. I promise it's worth the watch. This guy has something in his blood. He has high concentration of mercury and other metals that scientists believe are creating a magnetic field that attracts sea life to him. He can't help it. If he goes near the water, whatever's in the water comes close to him. In my other two videos, it's insane how many fish and sharks come near him. Omar is super shy. He doesn't want attention. He's going to be very upset with me that I'm sharing his face here. So Omar, I apologize. I hope we can stay friends. He's laying low right now because all the media attention. But anyway, this is him just going in the water. Didn't think anything of it. I was actually there. I filmed the video, and all these dolphins came right away to him, and he's just like, I don't know why I have this gift. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it, but all this sea life comes to me. So quite amazing. He does have bad circulations to his hands and feet, though.
You know, I have the same power with bills. Ooh, look at that. I think this is in Indonesia. You know, orangutan means man of the forest in Indonesian language.
Jake Paul has set himself up to be another one of the 42 people that have been knocked out with that overhand right. He has his head out, his jab arm down, and he's wide open, and Tyson goes to throw it and short arms it. Watch. Jake Paul even anticipates the hit. I mean,
now, does he miss that, Bubba, at 58?
No. If you miss it, you hit the guy. You just don't have the power to knock him. But when you know that it's wide open and that if you bring it full steam, it's over, that's not part of what you've agreed upon to get you paid. So you short arm it. It's so over the top and egregious that Jake Paul is prepared for it.
Would that have knocked him out?
It may not have knocked him out, but it may have knocked him down. And at that point, Tyson would have to have attacked him. I mean, I could hit that guy and hurt.
Anyone that grew up watching Tyson know it was staged.
This is crazy. It's believed that the FBI's most wanted fugitive is currently hiding in Cape Town, South Africa, and there's currently a reward of 90 million rand to anyone who can find her. Ruja Ignatova, also known as the Crypto Queen, is the mastermind behind the world's biggest cryptocurrency scam known as OneCoin. She's from Bulgaria and wanted for scamming her victims of around $4 billion US. According to new clues and information, German authorities believe that she is currently hiding in Cape Town and they are investigating. Have you seen this woman?
Imagine finding her and she offers you more. All right, I'm going to Cape Town.
I lost 1% of Cordex shares. Sorry.
Why?
For you, 1%.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Yes. 当然，我们会逐年兑现。
He said he will pay you like between several years, not one time.
Really?
Yeah. 到时候可以让律师来见面。
We can have an attorney to sign the document.
I think one day market value I think about 100 billion dollars. Codex.
I've never been this happy in my whole life. You made my day.
Yeah.
His name is Iso Yufeng Lee, and he's notoriously generous. What a cool guy.
This man was shot and killed during his wedding. October 12, 2024 should have been the best day of Tyreek Burton's life. The 37-year-old was celebrated at the Barber Park Event Center in North Carolina, dancing with his new wife, surrounded by family and friends. The room was filled with love, laughter, and happy tears. Tyreek was glowing, his joy contagious. And guys, Tyreek was more than just a husband. He was a devoted father to 4 daughters, a loyal friend, and a man known for his kindness and generosity. Tyreek, normally a laid-back and quiet guy, came out of his shell that night. He was dancing, he was clapping, he was engaging, and he showed so much love to everybody. But guys, the celebration took a tragic turn. As everybody was having fun, a stranger snuck into the event. Without warning, gunshots echoed through the venue. In front of his wife, his daughter, and horrified guests, Tyreek was shot 15 times and killed. The room turned from joy to panic, leaving loved ones in shock and in disbelief. And guys, this is the crazy part. Police believe that the shooting may have been linked to a road rage incident Tyreek was involved earlier that day. But so far, the person who did this is still out there, and the family has no answers.
This was personal.
Apple is now getting sued for £3 billion after being accused of trapping and ripping off 40 million iCloud customers. Consumer Group, which alleges that over a period of 9 years, Apple has encouraged its users to sign up to iCloud to store photos, videos, and other data, which ranges from £1 a month to £55 a month. And they allege that by Apple not allowing other rival storage services full access to their products, they're effectively locking and trapping people into paying their services continuously and then overcharging them for it. Apple strongly denies any claims of anti-competitive behavior, but if this legal action is successful, customers could receive a payout of around £70 per person.
Oh, did you see what happened with Congress?
What Congress?
So
they found out aliens?
They came out and said, okay, something's going on, and there's literally aliens coming here.
Yeah.
We need to do something about it. That's literally what they said.
No, they said something else though.
What they said?
They said that they're in the water.
Yeah,
they're actually not.
That's one of the footage they have.
Yeah,
they seen them go down. But it's not a unidentified flying object. What it is, it's just an unidentified floating or just levitating object that just moves around, right?
Yeah.
Now, what ended up happening, they brought it to Congress and they pretty much said, here, I'll show you the exact conversation they had. But this lady, she was asking...
Mr. Elizondo, you state in your testimony that, quote, advanced technologies not by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe, end quote. If these technologies are not made by any government, who's making them? Private companies, or are you implying they are crafted by a non-human intelligence?
So she's saying, and this is what they're bringing to the table, is there's these flying objects, these UAPs. I forgot exactly what it stands for, but they're technology that we cannot create. It's something else, and she's asking, is it from different countries? What is it from? And pretty much what he says,
precisely why we're here. The problem is that, temporally speaking, over decades, not just the last 10 years, to put this in perspective,
Are these private companies you're implying, or is this non-human intelligence?
It may be both.
How would you characterize? Holy fuck. So he's saying it may be like supernatural. This is probably aliens. Look.
An enigma, sir, and a frustration. We're talking about technologies that can outperform anything we have in our inventory. And if this was an adversarial technology, this would be an intelligence failure eclipsing that of 9/11 by an order of magnitude.
So what he's trying to explain is if we don't look into it, what it could be is we're just overlooking what could be a catastrophe if they let it build up and just do what they want.
Yeah, and this has not been in the news too, because it's like that. How am I just finding out now from a TikTok? You know what I mean?
No, that is the news.
Oh, that is in the news?
Yeah.
But I haven't heard anything of it.
This is a TikTok of like a news channel.
Of the news.
That's a news channel that's posted it.
Damn.
The reason you don't watch news is because you don't watch TV.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody gets their news from social media now, but it's still the news sources that post all of those interviews.
Project Bluebeam, folks.
Looks like a regular mint container, right? I programmed what's called an ESP32 inside of it here, put a hole here. So when I supply this with power, I can connect to it wirelessly and perform some Wi-Fi attacks with this as well. A little bit more undercover. He wouldn't really notice if I had this out at the table.
think you're a lot more dangerous than that firearm that I just presented you.
This is originally made for electromagnetic fields. It's good for knowing where, a camera's at, microphone's at.
So that's a bug detector. How does it work?
It works by detecting electromagnetic frequencies. If I put it up against something, I don't want to interfere with any of your equipment in here, so.
Does it, direct you to where it is?
The signal will go up the stronger that it is. And in some cases, it'll actually tell me what it is, whether it be Wi-Fi, whether it be a phone, or a power line. If I get near an outlet, it would say power line on the screen. This could be used for many things. I use it to see if there's bugs and stuff. I'm a little bit nuts when it comes to that. So I don't think I'm being watched, but can't hurt to check.
Yeah, I need one of those.
You can grab them on Amazon. These aren't super hard to get. EMF detector.
Simple. Don't accept anything you don't know.
We discovered in our functional MRIs that when the person has the default network shut off, which means they're not trying to predict the future, they're not trying to anticipate anything, they're completely in the present moment. When the default mode system is shut off, then when you don't expect anything to happen, that's when the unexpected happens. The correlation between the decrease in modulation, the decrease in compartmentalization, the more order in the brain, is directly correlated with the mystical experience. And the person who's having that mystical experience, their brain looks like they're on psilocybin. I'm not saying that. That's what the brain scans are saying. That's what the data is actually saying. Now, they can't make their brain do that. Somehow, it's happening to them.
When you don't expect anything to happen, that's when the unexpected happens. Yep, sounds about right.
Swear this only happens in Asia. I woke up at 3 a.m.
Yo, woke up 3 a.m.
from the noise outside my room.
Looking like that?
I was pumping music and selling instant noodles. There was a line of people waiting for their noodles, so I ordered one too. There were so many flavors to choose from. I chose the chicken soup and paid 20,000 rupiah. Look at all of his orders. He also gives you egg and veggie.
Veggie.
Mix. Such good comfort food at 3 a.m. and the energy was a vibe. This is why Asian nightlife is unbeatable. This is at Gili Tea near Lombok and Bali.
Indonesia, by the way.
There's this crazy story that happened, I think it was in Germany, where this guy, he was hired to fix a refrigerator on a train, right? It was like, no, it was a freezer. So he ended up getting locked in the freezer, right? And he was like, shit, I'm trapped in here. Nobody else is coming to save me. I'm gonna die here. So he took out his notes and he started writing, these are my final moments. I'm gonna die in this freezer. Shit, it's getting cold. Blah, blah, blah. He's writing, I missed out on all these things in life. And it's getting colder. I can feel myself slipping away. And he died. But what happened was the guards ended up opening up the freezer, seeing his dead body. But they realized, yo, this freezer's not working. It's not even cold in here. So he thought himself to death. Damn, bro. Because that was the reason he was going there to fix it anyways in the first place.
How are you gonna fix the freezer if it's running?
Yeah. So it was just all in his head.
That's crazy.
So he thought of dying so badly, he ended up dying.
He ended up actually dying.
This clip has gone viral. At the 2003 MTV Movie Awards, Ashton and Diddy are presenting the award for the best villain. Davy Chase, who played the little girl in the Ring movie, she was 13 years old, I believe, at the time of this award. She wins the award, comes onto stage where Ashton Kutcher hugs her, Diddy's kissing her cheek, which a lot of netizens don't like how they constantly feel the need to physically be in contact with this little girl that is not like a family member. It's just kind of weird. People are stating, right? But you get to make your own decision on that. Later, though, this is the weird part. Backstage, Diddy asks this little girl if she's coming to the after party. But the way that netizens believe that he is looking at her is very bizarre. So he's not even trying to play into the, oh, you're 13 in Hollywood. It's not like, are you going to come to the after party? Parents need to come with you. It's not even like that. It's like he's sipping his drink and peering over his sunglasses at her. People thought it was very predatory looking. She just nods her head and he says, yeah, about her coming to the after party.
It's an after party tonight.
Man, that laugh.
Yeah.
Wow. Diddy really needs to be locked up for life.
Conspiracy is that she's basically the high priestess in Hollywood.
Ha! I hear God is good. God is good.
Yes, God is good.
God is so good. You don't believe in God? Can I get a God is good?
Man, shut up, man.
Michelle Lemie. She's this fashion designer who's married to Rick Owens.
This woman has lived many lives. She was born in France in 1944, and she worked as a defense lawyer in the 60s. After that, she worked as a cabaret dancer touring France. When she got to the U.S., set up her first fashion line. That's when she ended up meeting Rick Owens in the 90s when he became a pattern maker for her clothing line.
Rick Owens, everyone calls him the Lord of Darkness, and she dresses like a witch high priestess.
They're saying that what they see through the Hubble telescope is not just a nebula they found, but what may be a legit biblical angel.
What the heck?
In space. So they used the telescope, I think it's called the Hubble Space Telescope, and this is back in 1996. 8,000 light years away, they see what looks like a living being.
Wait, an eye?
It looks like a straight eye. Look at it. And you see the rings around it?
Yeah. Is that supposed... Because you showed me that the biblical one is like hella eyes though, but this is just one.
Yeah, but what does it resemble though? Literally the thing in the Bible. With the eyes and the rings, fam.
That's crazy.
Look, and this is a legit picture from NASA.
Don't believe NASA,
Look at
man.
the eye. Doesn't that look real? Like it looks living, no?
Yeah.
You know the feeling you look at stuff and it feels as if it can speak to you?
It can speak to you, yeah.
This shit looks like it can speak to you, bro.
Yeah.
And then if you go to look at the actual biblical angels, how they're described in the Bible.
Looks the exact same.
Look at that. What do you see?
Yo, there's the rings.
Look, the rings and then one huge eye in the middle.
Yeah.
Sam, isn't that not exactly this?
Yeah, that is that.
You know what I'm saying?
My God.
Is that not exactly this?
It is.
Have there been
One of the angels placed in the four corners of the earth.
any studies done on the impact of people cooking on these versus people that don't cook with these non-stick sort of Teflon pans?
Well, I can tell you that they've measured the amount of chemicals that are coming off of the pans.
Ooh.
And so if you've ever had a non-stick piece of cookware, it scratches very easily. And some of these scratches are microscopic and invisible to the naked eye. Studies have found that a surface scratch can release 9,000 particles from that non-stick coating
Ooh.
into your food. And if it's a crack, that number jumps up to 2.3 billion particles that are transferred into your food.
And what's that going to do to my health?
Well, PFAS are linked with several types of cancers, kidney and testicular cancer, thyroid disorders. Then we have increased risk of miscarriage, preterm labor, preterm birth, preeclampsia, which is high blood pressure during pregnancy. That could be deadly. You also have increased obesity that's linked with PFAS chemicals. And PFAS also contribute to an increase in endometriosis and PCOS.
Oh, really?
What the fuck?
Okay.
British tourist has been found dead in a storm drain while on holiday in Thailand. 37-year-old Fraser Wright was spotted by locals face down in a shallow body of water on Wednesday morning. Police and paramedics arrived, but he was pronounced dead shortly after. Fraser's family said he had been missing since 10 p.m. the previous night when he was out drinking alone in Phuket. An autopsy to confirm the cause of death is yet to be completed.
That's horrendous.
A British hiker lost 15,000 feet up in the Peruvian mountains was led to his destination by a dog who appeared out of the fog. The man, known as the Blonde Englishman on social media, was hiking the Santa Cruz circuit when he became separated from his group on the second day of their trek. He was hoping to reach the Punta Union Pass at 15,000 feet above sea level, but the route was covered in snow, ice, and very thick fog. As soon as he realized he was stranded on his own, a little dog appeared seemingly out of nowhere.
How did you get here? You're at 4,600 meters.
The man said he decided to trust the little dog's knowledge of the mountain and began following him.
Let's go. If we get lost, I'm blaming you, huh?
Oh,
You're in
that's
charge now.
cute.
The dog led him right to his destination, as if he had done so for 1,000 lost hikers before.
Take him home.
The pair waited in silence together for the other hikers to arrive. From that moment on, the little dog remained close to the group as they continued their journey.
Back with Maldito Perrito.
You gotta take him home.
It's walked on the bridge. I've forgiven him for ditching me at the top. And we're both just happy to have made it.
A local later explained to the man that stray dogs in the area often follow hikers up the mountain as if they were trained guides, and that this little dog must have thought he needed some guidance.
It's Siribaya dog. They are native to Peru and can handle high altitude very well.
They take pictures of the parasites that get out of you on these different deworming programs. A woman got 18-inch long critters out of her that were so thick
Ooh.
she couldn't get them into a top of a juice bottle.
Wow.
They're usually translucent, they're usually white, and there's some of them that look like tarantula spiders, some of them
Ooh.
look like grasshoppers, some of them look like little tiny miniature sailboats, some of them look like little spacecraft.
This is truly going to blow your mind. It'll change the way that you view health altogether. This guy looked through these books from the 1800s and he noticed they all had parasite cleansers.
And what did they know back then? What were they doing? Guessing? I started finding books that were published by doctors through the 1800s, books that they read and books that they learned from. And lo and behold, out of every single book were deworming programs, parasite programs. For doctors in those days did autopsies and they found parasites. And I looked at that and I got a hold of doctors and they said, no, we don't have parasites today. So we started to search for parasite programs just to see what was going on, to see if maybe something was happening that we really didn't understand. So I did myself first. And lo and behold, I got 8 and 10-inch critters out of it. They were white. First of all, they were in a toilet water and they were all bunched up. I thought it was mucus. Until, just for a curiosity, I threw some hot water in the toilet to warm it up and then went and gosh, they strung out and they were swimming all over. We're now doing pictures in color out of clinics where you go potty on a special pot screen in it and they take pictures of the parasites that get out of you on these different deworming programs. Yeah, this is really strange stuff. I have never yet dewormed anyone where they didn't tell me, hey, I feel 25% better. Time you got halitosis, you're loaded, because that's worm urine and worm droppings that you're breathing out. So it's no wonder your breath's bad. When they pee, that's called ammonia. So just go to a doctor, have a blood test, and see what level of ammonia is in your blood. If you have ammonia in your blood, that's called worm urine. You get a headache. You got the headache because the worms are all peeing, trying to get you to eat something else. They're trying to make you sick so you'll get off of what you're doing and start eating. So you take some arginine and orthodine, and in about 20 minutes, if the headache's gone, you've neutralized the worm urine and you know that you're loaded. All children that have little tiny pimples on the backs of their arms or little tiny pimples here on the edges of their cheeks have 5 varieties of critters in them. 5 varieties. It's time to deworm, and it's time to get them out.
When Pastor Danu accepted Christ, he couldn't keep it to himself. He preached boldly, drawing attention and hostility. Accused of terrorism, he was jailed for 3 years. But it was there that he learned to read the Bible. When he returned, he found his village thirsty for truth. Soon, 150 villagers were gathering in his home to worship. That's when the trouble began. Radicals attacked, tearing down his church. Danu was beaten and jailed again. Yet, with a smile on his face this time, Danu's faith stood firm. Now, his family meets in secret. I will not stop worshipping openly, he says, even if it means prison again. Pray for perseverance for Danu and the believers from his village. Want to learn more about persecution around the world? Keep following.
People are persecuted and tortured for following Christ. And us that, we have the ability to go to church and serve publicly, we don't go.
He was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities, and by his wounds we are healed. Is this from the Tanakh or the New Testament?
זה מהברית החדשה או מהתנ"ך?
ברית החדשה.
מאיפה אתה חושב שזה, מהברית החדשה או מהתנ"ך?
New Testament.
New Testament? New Testament?
I say new.
What makes you think it's from the New Testament?
Like Jesus was
like we put our sins on him. That's
That's
what they
a
say.
trick question.
Right? So I
Right.
feel like that's more of what it's coming at.
Okay. Anything else?
In the Old Testament, it's like we take for our sins. Not we don't put it on someone else. We don't put it on Jesus. We take it for ourselves.
למה אתה חושב שזה מהברית החדשה?
לא, אני מכיר את התנ"ך, אני לא מכיר כזה...
למה חשבת שזה מהברית החדשה?
צורת הכתיבה שלו.
Well, no, what makes you think it's the New Testament? I'm going to read it again.
Be honest. You
No, it's just the way it's phrased, really.
Yeah.
The only explanation I have.
So this is phrased from the prophet Isaiah 700 years before Jesus was born.
זה מהתנ"ך.
Gotcha.
זה מהתנ"ך, כן? וואי.
זה מהתנ"ך. זה רשום בישעיהו, ישעיהו נ"ג.
It's from the Old Testament. Yeah, it's from the prophet Isaiah, 52 and 53.
He came amongst his own, but they didn't recognize nor accept him. Christ is king.
The FBI raided the Phoenix facility in hazmat suits as part of a multi-state investigation into the illegal trafficking and sale of human body parts. But for the first time, we're now able to see the testimony from one of the FBI agents who conducted the raid, and what he recounts is shocking. He said he found a cooler filled with male genitalia, a bucket of heads, arms, and legs, infected heads, and one of the most disturbing findings called a morbid joke in the lawsuit, a small woman's head sewn onto a large male torso like Frankenstein and hung up on the wall with no identification tags on the bodies.
Tools that are not appropriate for dismembering scientific bodies.
Harp says his mother's ashes showed up by mail on his doorstep shortly after the raid, but he isn't even sure they're her ashes. He says his mom and grandma wanted to help medical research after their death, yet doesn't believe they ever made it out of the BRC.
And they say China. It seems U.S. does all the things they claim other countries do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ellen DeGeneres has left the United States and has said, quote, she's never coming back. Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have moved to rural England, put their Montecito estate on the market, and plan to never return to the United States, telling friends that the election of Donald Trump was the primary motivation. Is it really the election of Donald Trump, or is it who Donald Trump is appointing to his cabinet this second time around? Like Kash Patel, the frontrunner for director of the FBI, who has openly said on many podcasts he wants to release the Epstein files and the Diddy list.
Ooh.
And it's no secret that P. Diddy and Ellen are friends. Ellen tweeted for his birthday, "Happy birthday, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs," or as I call him, Cuddle McSnuggle Stuff. You don't need to know why. And we're not even bringing up the weird stuff surrounding Ellen, Twitch, and Diddy, but you should look that up on your own time. Unlike all of the other Hollywood celebrities that threatened that they were going to leave if Donald Trump was elected, she actually did, so I have to give her credit for that.
Yeah.
But the question is, why? Was it because of Donald Trump or something else? As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this
Down below. Wasn't she on Diddy list?
Open the Container movement has started. It all started from a video of a woman in Vancouver walking in a trail while other people are recording, screaming, "The containers have people in them. I hear them screaming at night." That video went viral and this new movement has started. Container ports and shipping companies are being bombarded with emails and phone calls from local residents to start opening the containers. Tell me, what do you think?
Open the containers. This should not be even a question.
Oh.
Watch the chilling moment a wild black bear stalked a woman carrying her shopping, hoping for a late-night snack.
Where is it? Canada?
Get the door. Well, they there to sort it. She gets in. There's a girl right there.
Oh my God.
In Gatlinburg, Tennessee,
Tennessee,
a family walked away from their car with groceries when a curious black bear approached them.
hope you don't have nothing. Yes, but you all just please stand still.
You're braver than I am.
Nah.
Despite the terrifying situation, the woman remained calm.
Give him something.
She allowed the bear to sniff around her, but refused to offer them food as a distraction.
Yep.
You don't have food in none of them bags?
Yes.
Oh, it's probably what he's smelling. Oh. Oh.
Give him something.
With phenomenal composure, she slowly made her way to her doorstep, and the hungry bear shadowed her every step.
Following you. Just go slow.
You want to do a pet?
At the door. Well, they there to sleep. There's a girl right there.
Oh my God.
Fortunately, the woman and many other residents reached the safety of their homes uninjured. After the bear's failed attempts to steal a meal, they eventually wandered back towards the creek.
Oh, he's following you.
Something tells me this isn't the first time this woman has had this encounter.
It's just a hungry Pooh Bear. Give him some bread, please.
Oh, yes. You want more? It's not footage, but it definitely is very, very interesting. Now, what I would do is I would go down to YouTube and I would Google Terry Carter. He interviews this gentleman. Now, he is, of course, an adopted American Afghanistan refugee child here that came to the United States, which his grandparents, and of course his father, were first-hand experience of this beast. Of course, this was a village in Kandahar, and they would practice black magic, right? And they would bring, like, goats, other farm animals, just to keep the beast at bay. And I guess apparently it's been there for at least hundreds of years. But I would say thousands since it spoke ancient Hebrew. But yeah, if you guys want more, do this one.
What the I knew it. Didn't this game come out in 1987? We got you now. We all know Mike Tyson would have won this. Let's be serious. Oh, what's this? Jake Paul is a LARP. Let's see what that means. LARP stands for live action role playing. Let's read the definition. A live action role playing game in which a group of people enacts a fictional scenario such as a fantasy adventure in real time, typically under the guidance of a facilitator or an organizer. I don't care how old Mike Tyson is, you know he would have won that fight.
Yep.
Why you think he was biting his glove? He was so mad that he couldn't knock him out. Did you see him training before the fight? All that energy and speed and punches, but when you got in the ring, you didn't throw nothing. That's because he was paid to lose. TikTok this for entertainment purposes only. He lost because he's just old. You know the vibes. These people in the crowd know the vibes. Why weren't there no celebrities there? But then all the celebrities are at the UFC fights. Enough is enough. Let's not forget that the fight was for free. Since when? Because they wanted everybody to watch it, that's why. When it's free, everybody's gonna watch it. You know how it goes. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree or disagree? Because I'm tired of this. I'm out of here.
Put Paul in the ring with Roy Jones. Roy is not going to sell out.
I really just don't think you guys are ready for what I'm about to tell you. You need to have an open mind if you're going to understand that almost everything bad and evil in modern day society is from the fallen angels. In part 1, I told you guys a couple things that the Watchers taught humanity in the times of Noah. So let's get into part 2 and dive a little deeper into just how much heavenly knowledge they shared with us against God's will. Did y'all know that earth signs, moon signs, fire signs, all of that astrology comes from the fallen angels? For example, the fallen angel Araquiel taught humans the signs of the earth, later morphing into earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all of that comes from Araquiel. Araquiel taught humans to practice geomancy, which is a practice that involves divining the meanings of geographical features. It can also be called feng shui, earth divinations that uses compasses and charms to coordinate interactions between people. Another fallen angel, Shazaquiel, taught us meteorology. That angel's name translates to the shooting star of God. Another angel called Sariel taught humans the courses of the moon and how to measure time through it and attempt to predict the future. Penemu, another fallen angel, taught humans how to use ink and paper. Notice the name, Penemu. And what do we write with? Pencil. Pens. This, y'all, everything is connected. Spelling, spells, cursive, curses. Come on, guys, stay woke. And something that you can see a lot today is that whole divine feminine thing. That came from the Watchers as well. Remember that they procreated with mortal women. Now, these angelic beings lusted for these women, but the women, they lusted for something different. Power. They wanted to know how to use their God-given abilities, such as the ability to give birth, in a way that will bring them power and dominion on earth. So their angelic partners taught them ways of divination, which included using their menstrual cycle, if you know what I mean, to do paganistic ritual. And this is also where sacrificing, little ones came from. Not only that, I'm gonna blow y'all minds right now. They taught them how to use sorcery, charms, and spells, not only with words but with music. Now, if you watch my other videos, y'all know what happened to the mortal women after the great flood of Noah. If you haven't seen my videos, I'm gonna break it down for you. God cursed these women to roam the seas as sirens, aka mermaids. And just in case y'all didn't know, mermaids are not cute and pretty like Ariel, they're evil. So anyway, these sirens are part of the demonic marine kingdom that is cursed to be without dwelling until their time of judgment. Now, what was the thing that they learned from their angelic partners? Sorcery with music. What do sirens do to lure people into the water to unalive them? They sing songs that put you in a trance. Oh my gosh, did I just blow your mind? You guys just are not ready. Like, you're not ready for this. Is this not crazy? I have been going down this rabbit hole for weeks and I don't regret it. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of this video. But if you want a part 3, let me know in the comments. And as always, make sure you like and follow.
Every day I love God more and more hearing this type of stuff.
So I finally got permission from the Odavi family to share another exciting update. Omar actually has a sister named Trisha that has a similar gift, actually the exact same gift that he has. I've done a few videos on Omar. So Omar has the ability to go near the ocean or water or submerge himself in it and see life attracts itself to him like a magnet. He's like a sea life magnet. Scientists have been studying him, trying to get to the bottom of it, and they think that it's the high mercury count in his blood and heavy metals that creates some sort of a magnetic field or pull. Well, his sister Trisha has the same gift. She didn't want to come out publicly because she was worried what it would do, but she's seen that Omar survived. He's doing okay. He's laying low, and she said, "You know what? I'm ready to tell my story too." And I said, "Well, send me a clip and I'll post it and let him know." And so scientists also think that it has to be genetic. They're studying the parents' genome types to see what would you do if you had this gift.
Does this include lobsters and snow crabs?
I'm at the airport right now, flying out to see Omar Odavi. He needs help. I hopped on the quickest flight that I could. I can't disclose where he is, but I am going to get there today and meet with him. He's laying super low. He has a message that he wants me to give all of you, one of hope, but I'll give it to you at the end of this video to leave you on a positive note. But some updates on Omar. So they're scrubbing him from the internet. Go to Google right now and Google Omar Odavi, and there's almost nothing on him because they're trying to scrub him and get rid of him. And when I say they, I can't tell you who they are. because then they will come after me.
That's your fault, man.
And so help spread the word of Omar. He doesn't know why he was born with this gift. He doesn't quite know what he's supposed to do with it. All he knows is that when he goes near the ocean or gets in the ocean, animals flock to him and revere him. And he said, look, I didn't choose this. I didn't want this in my life, but it is what it is, and I have to accept it. But he's laying super low right now, as I mentioned. There probably will be a time when he comes out in public and is more forthright with this gift, if that makes sense. But now is not the time, especially with what's going on with them trying to get him. And so the message that he wanted me to give to you is, he said, tell everyone thank you so much for all the support. It's meant everything to him. It's kept him going. He's felt your love. He's felt your encouragement. And he said, that's exactly what I need during these dark hours. And he said, the light will come. The light will come, and he can see it, but he needs your help. And he said, the more that people know about him, the more likely that they won't be able to do anything.
You're to blame. You know, in the first video, you exposed him without his consent. So
I ended up getting abducted, right?
Whoa.
Physically abducted by interdimensionals, which totally blew the lid off of my reality and led me into that questioning. Okay, great. They are here. They are interacting with us. So who are they? What do they want? And how can they either benefit us or detriment us? So the beings who took me were not great. You know, they weren't all full of love and light. But I know that I needed to have that sort of negative experience with extraterrestrials to once again realize that there are good and bad. And it was a couple of months after that negative abduction experience where I was greeted by a Pleiadian being, and he said that there's this organization called the Galactic Federation of Light, and that I'm a part of it, and that they have information not just for me but for humanity.
brought to you by Trust Me Bro Productions.
So this dude did a video asking people, was the cat talking to him? This cat here in particular. Yes, the answer is yes. This cat is actually talking to you. Y'all look at this video. If you've never seen a talking cat, but this is the video for you.
Is she talking to me or am I tripping? Say hello.
No.
Fuck.
She's talking.
Hello.
My God.
She's talking to you. She's talking to you.
I'll take her.
Hold on, you freaking me out for real.
Oh.
Hello.
But watch this, y'all.
Oh.
Just keep watching.
I love you.
Oh my God.
And there we have it.
I love you. So is this normal? Do y'all
Not really.
I'll take your cat, bro.
No, they
Or
can't
should
go
I
do it.
start sleeping with one eye open? Come on, somebody got to tell me something. Somebody got to tell me something.
I don't know what to tell you.
Or am I tripping? Did y'all hear it? Because I
Yes.
know y'all heard it. Did y'all hear it as clear as I heard it?
Yes, you heard it as clear as you.
I think it's so cute.
No, you're not tripping.
I think it's so
don't know
cute.
what to tell you. Run out of there.
Have y'all seen this technology yet? This shit's crazy. So this thing scans your body, scans your face, and it shows you your flight information, but no one else can read your flight information, only you. Check this out, y'all. This is crazy. It's pretty scary. Look at this.
Delta's parallel reality experience. What happens when you walk through here and go up to that gate? It scans your face, and when you look up there, you'll get your flight info, but only from your point of view. I can't see it. You can't see it? No. That's so cool. It has to be the phone. Yeah. No, that's my info. Are you able to read his stuff up there at all or no?
No, I can see a picture. So did y'all see that? He walks through a portal, it scans him, and only he can see what his information says. So is this a form of like facial recognition? Like how does it know what face to match up the correct information? Like that's weird, y'all. So you telling me that they have this type of technology at the airport? This is in Detroit, by the way, y'all. I mean, y'all saw the camera. That couldn't even pick up on the information. It seemed like the pixels, it was distorted and all that. And the lady said she could only see a plane. So y'all noticing the theme as of late, right? That's more things that have to do with portals entering into our world now. And like I said, this is only gonna get a lot more interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below. Let's continue to get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
Social credit coming soon. If you know, you know.
Captured on camera for the first time, never before seen creatures inhabit the depths of underwater cave systems beneath Liberty City. Isolated from the rest of the environment for millions of years, these submerged caves harbor life forms that have evolved unique adaptations to survive in...
Here's 4 of them coming together.
Yeah.
And out of the vortices, we've attached now arms.
Ooh.
But the 4 of these will now come together and lift this 50-pound barrel.
Yeah.
And then 5 of them will come together and pick up the 5 collected barrels because of their collected thrust.
Right. This is a whole new form of flight.
Entirely new form of flight, tangential flight, the ability to fly around your own center of mass, something they've never been able to accomplish with just 6 props. But this was low-hanging fruit from the linchpin. I wasn't trying to build flight vehicles. I was just trying to prove, I was like, if this is the fractal, I said we should be able to put props in those pentagonal areas and it should have tangential flight.
Right.
And the drone community hated me. They were like, how dare you hit us with something like this? And even though I made a gift for $25,000, a reward for anybody that was able to build the flight simulator with this, they were like, there were people that were saying, you can't, it's not possible to accomplish that. And within 2 weeks, we had it done.
Yeah.
By putting it out into the universe. And now these 5, so this is the end of cranes, or this will be able to greatly assist in how we do construction and lifting and bringing things home. And they're all autonomous.
You know what I like about Mr. Howard? He's a free thinker.
Jake Paul just got called out by the IBF heavyweight champion, Daniel Dubois. Dubois said he'll fight Jake Paul. Dubois, pictured here, is 27 years old, just like Jake, and has a professional boxing record of 22-2. So he would be perfect for Jake Paul to fight next. In Dubois' message, it says, "Hi, Jake. Good business on the weekend. But how about you fight the legitimate heavyweight champion, Daniel Dubois?" So obviously the champion's ready for Jake. And it looks like Jake Paul even responded. Jake showed the screenshots that he got from Dubois, and his response was, "Get in line." Get in line? Behind who? Muhammad Ali and Stephen Hawking have passed away, and I'm older than dirt. So I guess we'll have to wait to see if Jake Paul ends up taking heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois up on his offer. And you know what? That's a fight I'd watch. Shabadoo Booshkis.
Shabadoo.
Shabadoo.
Jake will only fight by his rules, which will not be in his opponent's favor.
You can't tell me the supernatural isn't real after watching this.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't buy it. You see, one of the feet goes missing. It's an edit overlay clip.
The world's first saber-toothed cat mummy has been found in Siberia. It's a 35,000-year-old kitten that's nearly perfectly preserved. This is a huge deal. Scientists barely know anything about saber-toothed cats because all they've had to go off is fossilized bones and footprints. But this mummified cat has been extracted from the permafrost with its fur, flesh, and even claws and whiskers intact. Permafrost is just permanently frozen ground, so it's perfect for preserving animals for thousands of years. Experts think the kitten was about 3 weeks old when it died, and they say it had a large mouth, small ears, and a massive neck. They added, for the first time in the history of paleontology, the appearance of an extinct mammal that has no analogues in the modern fauna has been studied. Basically, they're looking at an animal that is unlike any modern cat. I guess the question now is, will someone try to bring the species?
So now they will bring this back along with the woolly mammoth.
She goes to Walmart and pretends to be a Walmart executive and starts firing people at random. At one point, she fires this woman from the Philippines. She used to be a professor in the Philippines, by the way. And she's telling her that she's not doing a very good job and therefore she's fired. The woman starts to sob because the reason she's working at Walmart is so that she can get health insurance for her husband who's suffering a terrible illness. These YouTuber prankers have gone too far. You are targeting people with real lives and real struggles. Use your creativity elsewhere without hurting people. And your lame apology means absolutely nothing when the damage is already done. I'm so over these pranksters. It's not funny.
Yep.
There is nothing funny about losing your job. Nothing. Walmart found out about it and banned her for life. But can we find another way of entertaining people without affecting and traumatizing people who have real struggles? Real life struggles. When you're using the suffering of everyday people to entertain others, you have gone too far.
Yep, you cannot mess with people's livelihoods like that.